Groundbreaking Agent Backbones, evaluating the security of backbone LLMs in AI agents.
AI agents combine the vulnerabilities of large language models with conventional software risks. This combination makes security evaluation challenging. It comes down to two primary challenges. First, agents have non-deterministic execution flows. Second, LLMs themselves cannot programmatically distinguish between data and instructions.
And existing frameworks don't seem to fully address these combined risks. What are their specific limitations?
Well, they tend to have limited threat coverage, often focusing only on specific attack vectors like indirect injections. They can also require modeling complete agents, which complicates the analysis. And many focus on safety, not security, which specifically concerns adversarial exploitation. So, the paper introduces a framework to isolate these vulnerabilities. How does it work? It starts with a formal definition. An LLM vulnerability exists when an attacker with partial control over the context can manipulate the model's output or alter the agent's execution. The paper describes these as insecure features, not as traditional software bugs. To analyze this, the framework uses threat snapshots. These are abstractions that isolate and capture the full context of a single LLM call where a vulnerability might occur without needing to model the entire agent. What are the components of one of these threat snapshots? A snapshot includes the agent's state and a detailed threat description. Attacks are then categorized by their injection vector, direct or indirect, and their objective. For example, DIO stands for direct instruction output, where an attacker directly prompts the model to manipulate its message. ITI, or indirect tool invocation, is where a payload in a retrieved document manipulates a tool the agent uses.
Okay, so how was this framework then used to evaluate different LLM backbones?
It was used to construct the B3 benchmark. That benchmark is based on 194,331 unique adversarial attacks that were collected through crowdsourcing. These attacks were gathered in a challenge designed to generate targeted and context-dependent exploits across 10 different threat scenarios. So the benchmark evaluates models against these curated attacks across different defense configurations. Correct. The B3 benchmark was then used to evaluate the security of 31 popular LLMs. The overall ranking shows a range of vulnerability scores. The models with the lowest vulnerability scores were Grok 4 and Grok 4 Fast with reasoning enabled.
What's a key finding from this ranking, specifically regarding model configuration?
The paper reports that enabling reasoning improves security across most of the models that were evaluated.
That's an interesting finding related to configuration. But what about model size, which is often used as a proxy for capability? How does that affect security? The paper reports no meaningful correlation between model size and security performance. And what does the data show when comparing open and closed-weight models? Closed-weight systems, the ones typically accessed via an API, performed better than the open-weight models. The paper does note, however, this may be due to system-level guardrails not present in the base open-weight models. So, wrapping up, what are the key takeaways for developers who are building agents? The paper provides 5 direct recommendations. 1. Evaluate security as a core metric. 2. Enable reasoning. 3. Do not use model size as a proxy for security. 4. Select models based on security needs for specific use cases. And 5. Balance security with utility. This framework provides a systematic method to begin answering that question.